Give you a quick update on what's going on. I started tearing down the engine that was in the airplane, and I was going to just replace the crankshaft on it, but I was trying to find a billet crankshaft, and it's going to take way too long to get one come in. So actually, one came up on my news feed from Riley there out in Wisconsin. He started building an engine, I think it was for his race truck, and ran into some problems there, and he had to sell it. So lucky to find this one. So this one's already got the 4330 billet crankshaft in it, but it's also got a lot of other goodies. So there's a company back in California, it's called SoCal Diesel. They build this kit. It's actually the crankshaft is stroked, and you can actually use stock bore, or you can bore it out. So you're going to have a different bore inside here if you want to get a bigger displacement. This one's been punched out 20 thou. So with the stroked crank and the bore bigger, it's actually up to 7.1 liter. So it's not a 6.6 liter displacement anymore. It's actually a 7.1. But this block's already got a lot of goodies there. Lee at Full Bore Enterprise did all the machining work, and man, oh man, he's got the goodies to do it proper. He's got all the deck plates, everything to make sure it's done right. So this one's got Wagler billet main caps, the RP head stud kit, the stroker billet crank 4330, Carrillo forged rods, and Mahl forged pistons. And the whole thing, Lee, like they came balanced already, but Lee went the extra step and put it all together and digitally balanced it to make sure everything was within spec. And yeah, it is. So I'll show you guys the bottom end of this there when I get a better when I start putting it together. What I did with this too is there's actually a bunch of different deficiencies in these crankshafts on Duramax. I don't know what they were thinking anyways. But it's not just the pins that shear, it's also the firing order. So what I did is I've got a different camshaft for it. So this is the camshaft. I call it the brain of the engine, which it is. So what happens is, let's say this is the front of the engine. They have the firing order 1, 2, 7, 8. Anyways, the last one is 3. So what happens is 3, 1, 2. That puts, so the front of the crankshaft is getting all this torsional stress by these 3 cylinders firing. And what that does is they break the front of the crankshaft. So I forget who manufactures that crankshaft there. This one's PPE. What they did is they made an alternate firing camshaft. So this one now has a firing order of 1, 5, 6, 3, 4, 2, 7, 8. So what it's doing is it's taking the firing order and it's not putting all the stress on the front or the rear of the crankshaft. It's spreading it out throughout. And I don't know why Duramax never did that, but it's going to alleviate a lot of the stress. So the stress is going to be uniform more than it was with the original firing order. So yeah, super happy with that too. And what I got to do is this is the engine that I was going to be doing the bulletproofing to, but what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to tear it down today, and I'm going to take all the goodies that the engine that's been machined doesn't have, and I'm going to take them off of this one because all the valve train's not in the engine that I got. So I'll take this apart and make sure it's all good, and start cleaning up the pieces that I need, make sure they're all good, and start assembling this one. I don't want to take this thing apart anymore, so I'm just going to put this on the shelf for now, and that's going to be a later project when I'm going to put the crankshaft in it. But yeah, everything's working. I just got to put all that stuff together. Oh, what fun. Also picked up a set of heads off of Riley when I was in Wisconsin. He got them, I don't know, he got them used from somebody, and they originally came from industrial injection that did a CNC porting job on it, so it flows a lot of air. And he gave them to Lee at Full Bore Enterprise. It was in Wisconsin, and Lee put a new set of guides in it and seals and made sure everything was sealed up properly. So that's going to help a lot. What you want in an engine is you want the air to come in and out really smooth, like no bottlenecks anywhere. So that makes a complete combustion, and that's what I'm going to get with this engine. Well, I forgot to mention too, on that camshaft, the camshaft actually has more lift, so it's going to actually allow more air in and more air out. So it's going to be more complete combustion there too. So yeah, it's a win-win.
What are the boys, Buddy and Henry, working on today? Okay, Henry, so this is the parts engine that you've been taking off all the parts on to put on Riley's, we're calling it Riley's engine because that's who you bought it from. And you went to Wisconsin with Eric last week.
Yeah, thanks, Eric, for putting up with me for 2 days.
Yeah, so you went and picked up this engine over here, and I was like, what do you mean you don't have all the pieces for it? So for the last maybe 3 days, you've been tearing this parts engine, 2 days, you've been tearing this parts engine apart because you need lots of the parts. So what's happening?
It's going good. Actually, the engine's coming apart well. It you can tell by the combustion chambers, the exhaust here, that it's all burning well. And it had a partial delete system on it, so yeah, I'm super happy with it. I believe I'm not going to find anything major wrong with this thing.
And what were you saying about these pieces here that you were gonna?
The injectors.
The
I believe the
injectors?
injectors were changed too.
So you're gonna maybe use those instead of?
I might use these instead of Riley's injectors to put the 30% over tips on to give it more power.
Okay, and then this is the engine that was in the plane, which you're not really doing anything else. This came off the parts engine, and all this stuff here came off the parts engine. And are you using any of this stuff, or?
No, actually, no.
So
I have a friend that might use the turbo. I don't need that turbo.
So basically, you're going into the guts of this parts engine to be able to complete Riley's engine that you and Eric picked up, assemble it to go into this big ass plane here. And what Friday are you going to be done all this?
Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah, done on Friday.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Out in the shed with a dream in his hand, Henry's building something most don't understand. Not just a plane, it's a wild new way. Lightweight frame and diesel all the way. One man, one wild idea. Why be normal when the sky's so near? Turning that wrench, cutting his own runway. What's Henry working on today?